Welcome back, YouTube. Tristan Blaze, Astro Empires. This is more of a tutorial. This was a base I was planning to attack. Now, this player is an inactive player, so it does definitely help for me to do this little strategy. Sorry, that's my letter. Strategy video right now. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how to attack in a wave formation, basically attacking through a succession of waves to mitigate losses, to have a better combat ratio. So here's my opponent's fleets: 38,000 fighters, recyclers, frigates, scout ships, heavy cruisers. Now, all of these but heavy cruisers are really susceptible to fighters. Like fighters and fighters will, destroy each other. Recyclers get crushed by fighters. It'll take normally it'll take about 4 fighters to drop a frigate, I would say. About 7 to drop a destroyer, possibly. So our basic objective is to wipe out as much of the non-shielded fleet, which means everything but the heavy cruisers. So we've gone ahead and we've brought our fleet from our main jump gate base. Now, we don't need to knock out everything. Like we don't need to knock everything out. We just need to knock out a good portion of all of their support units, all of their meat shields, basically, before we roll in with the battleships to actually take the base. But at the same time, when we roll in with the battleships, we also want our own meat shields. Like, we want our own fighters as well. Okay, we want our fighters there as well, but we don't need all of those fighters. So what we're going to do is we're going to save... Hey, you 3 stop fighting. Well, not really fighting, they're just playing around. So what we're going to do is we're going to move all of our ships back. Well, at least the heavy ones, the frigates and the battleships, along with 500... let me see. Yeah. Archie, stop chasing the cats out the window, dude. They've been living with us for like a year. You know them. So you had 1,500. I'm going to go with 1,900 fighters. I'm going to save 1,900 fighters. So we're going to do that. Now, this base is literally right next to the base I'm about to attack. So the guy has 2 bases in one system. Number 1, never build bases in the same system. Just don't. It makes it really easy to find. If you have a free account, you have a total of 9 bases that you can use. Then you have to start paying money to upgrade and allow you to have more than 9 bases. So if you put 2 of them in one system and I find that system, well, there's 2 of your 9 bases. There's 20% of your economy, 20% of your fleet production, possibly more than 20% of anything else, like in terms of research, that I can very, very easily just knock out. Building them in the same region, you need to have a really damn good reason to do it. Like, I got 1 base in the same region with another base, but it was a crystalline planet in a relatively good position, which is why I took it. Crystalline planets, you get the ability to build crystal mines that add 3 to your economy immediately. And I mean, right now you're looking at, I don't need to attack. I'm not planning to conquer the base yet. I know I can't do that. If you look at my economy, the base Trans 500 has I think it's like a 169 economy right now, I think, and that's the crystalline world. So he's got higher laser tech than I do, but I have higher armor tech. And he has no command centers. Now, if he put command centers up, he'd get like a 5% boost for like all the attack. This attacking in a wave, just like a wave of fighters, because number one, all these fighters are going to die. They're guaranteed going to die. If this fleet doesn't kill them, these defenses will. So by presenting the lowest profile for your fleet, if your opponent does have, like me, I have 10 command centers on every base and added 50% attack power for my fleet overhead. This basically negates any command center, any commander bonus that you would have, which is why attacking in waves for this type of a base is where you would want to do it. Now, I'm hoping to knock out most, if not all, the fighters, most of the recyclers, a good portion of the frigates. The scout ships are probably going to be going out anyways. Heavy cruisers, that ain't going to do dick. I mean, the shield of 6 is just going to be impossible to wreck. But we're going to go ahead and see what we can take out. Okay, I lost 9,500 versus his 14,000. Okay, recyclers, scout ships immediately just gone. Yep, I didn't even dent the heavy cruisers. Knew that was going to happen. 10,000 debris. That is going to be a lot of fucking shit. Plus a lot of experience right there. A lot of XP. Now, this next attack is going to cost a lot. He doesn't have that massive amount of fleet like he had before. I'm probably going to lose a few battleships, but that's fine. I got like 8 of them in production, I think. I got like 8 or 9 in production. I'm not 100% on it, but I got a lot in production. No, wait, I'm not going there. Wrong fleet. Where was it? Right here. Right there. It's like the vast amount of fleets. Now, I should have brought a dread with me, but I really didn't want to. We'll move all. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Pardon me. I think if I remember, I think this guy does have. Yeah, this guy does have a. This guy does have some trade routes. That's right. So I can, who he's, depending on who you're trading with, this guy's been inactive for basically 5 months, meaning he has not logged in for 5 straight months. If you haven't logged in for 5 straight months, the people you trade with, they either have not gone through their trade list, and I'm guilty of doing that, I am, or your self-trade, meaning all of your trade routes are going to other bases of yours, which isn't a bad thing. Like short term, to fill your trade route, perfectly acceptable, perfectly fine. But long term, when you want to maximize all your trade, it does become a problem because you're not going to make as much doing that. 49.25. I might be there before the tick at 12:30. I might be there. I can't guarantee it. I probably won't. Probably will not get there. So we're going to post, hey, get down. Now, normally when you attack in a wave, you want to attack in a rather rapid succession, because a good player with good warp drive, stellar drive tech, good jump gates, or, and my cat just fell off my stand, and I'm trying not to laugh because I'm a bad person. But anyways, an opponent that has good warp drive tech, good stellar drive tech, good jump gates, or if they have guildmates that are rather close by, attacking in slow order, like doing one attack and then like 10 minutes later another, people are going to be able to respond relatively quickly. I mean, if one of my I'm thinking if oh god, where was it? When I was in my old guild and there were some other people in it, when someone was being attacked, I could respond within about 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. That was before I had, higher level jump gates. Well, that was before I had jump gates, before I had higher tech. Now in certain areas, I could respond within less than an hour, so you might have to get really, really quick. So I got a fleet. It's about 4 times his size. I'm going to lose some battleships. I'm going to lose a lot of frigates, but I've pushed missile tech really, really high. Well, not really, really high, but high enough to where it's going to dish out an assload of damage, and the fighters are going to act like a meat shield. Going to lose all my fighters, but, I mean, doesn't matter. I'm thinking, yeah, he's got the same level of missile tech that I got. He does. But I can see I got better armor tech. I don't know why he didn't go higher with armor. Oh, well. This is going to be one hell of a freaking loss, but, I mean, with 10k in debris that I could harvest. Eh, 32 to 23,000, which not really bad. Salvaged 17 battleships out of the deal. So I only lost 5 battleships, lost about half of my frigates, grabbed 4k. There is 33,000 debris. 33k. Let me make sure. Let me just verify that 33k debris. Yep, 3389, and 45. I'm probably not going to hit the tick. I'm not going to hit the half-hour tick, but then again, grabbing 6,000 credits per hour with the recyclers, I'm going to be here for 6 hours harvesting all that debris. But I also have a bunch more recyclers ready to go. And that's how you would attack in a wave. Had I tried to one-shot, I probably would have lost a lot more. In fact, more than likely, I definitely would have lost a lot more. I'm going to move my battleships back because I really don't need those anymore here. And then tomorrow, we're going to do maybe another attack on the next base in this system. I just have to replenish my fighters, plus I'm grabbing 7, 8, 9 more freaking battleships. I don't know. Yeah, I got that 4k pillage. I got 30 some odd. I got 33k. In debris. That's going to be added to my account once I harvest it all. I'm going to pop that on the battle board. then delete my bookmark. Now, inactive players, for those who haven't watched any of my other videos, inactive players are people that either A, quit playing the game, or maybe they forgot their password. It's like you have like auto login, type your password in. Maybe you forgot what your password was. I mean, it happens, dude. It does. And that's why you have good missile tech, good ion tech. That much missile tech, that many frigates, like literally just like ass raped so much of this. I mean, not really the fighters. The fighters really cut a lot of my frigates to ribbons. They really did. But, my frigate on his frigate, I got better armor tech. So frigate for frigate, I had better stuff. I just did. Got almost 5K. Almost 5K. A lot of XP, too. So he's got a few more bases than I'm aware of. A few more than I'm aware of. One in the system that I already hit, obviously. And then I think one more that I bookmarked. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit those two probably before the end of the weekend. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 battleships. So I'll have 24 at the end. Let's see. Should I build more frigates? I could build more frigates. I really could. I don't need to build that many. I don't need to build that many frigates, though. 1 second. Stop jumping on the window, buddy. You're like 10, 11 weeks old. Stop jumping on the window. The other cats are like a year or two. They're used to being outside. I could do with some more frigates. Let's check out the full economy. I'm waiting to wake up and just my inbox is just flooded with just like a bunch of red, like very important messages. Whereas like Lord of War has deleted his account. Your occupation ceases to exist. I'm just waiting for that shit to happen. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. Look at that. That's 4 of his bases. He's inactive. He's inactive. He's inactive. This guy is active. This guy's actually active. And I've just said, you know what? Fuck you. That's freaking brutal. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pillage Hot Rod because I took that last night. Yeah. And get me 562 pillage bonus. You could pillage every day. And if you got a lot of bases like I do and you're doing like a 500 some odd pillage bonus, woo, man, you can make mad bank. You could make a shit ton of cash just doing that. This is why it's like a warmonger. This is like what you do. You just attack people and just dreadnought occupy them and just say, you know what? Fuck you. I'm waiting to get to a point where I could literally save up like 200 credits and build another base. I am. I'm just waiting for that. I'm going to build 10, but I'm not going to have them here or here. I'm not going to build those two on those two bases. I'm going to build where all my battleships are because that'll be what I need. One more second. Get down from the window. Stop going to the window. Close the window, but it's kind of hot today. You're building a bunch of fighters. So I don't need you. And you're building a dread still. So I don't need you. You know, actually I should just go 20. God damn, I should go 20. Yeah, and you are there, so we're building 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 20, 40, 160. That's only going to be 12K. We'll do it. And it's like 12K. Who cares? I know, who cares? It's only 12,000 credits. And so I see what I'm waiting for. What I'm waiting to do is I'm waiting to get it to the point where I could literally do the same thing and just see production of one dreadnought, just a bunch of dreadnoughts just poof, just make an assload of dreads. All right, so that's been attacking in waves. It's a really, really rough demonstration. One of the better ways to do it is using stuff like heavy bombers. You know, take out all the support. You know, all the meat shields like fighters and stuff like that, and then bring in like heavy bombers to bring in, you know, to bring down the stuff like, you know, cruisers and heavy cruisers and battleships and stuff, and then bring in your main assault fleet to actually assault and capture the base. But I'm not really big on producing heavy bombers because I can produce frigates that deal about twice as much damage for a little bit more than twice the price, but can also carry 4 fighters with them. So I mean, it kind of works like that. Like I can bring my own meat shield with me and deal a lot of damage too. So it's I kind of leaned a bit towards frigates instead. But in terms of if you're occupied, if you got a really good level of command centers, you know, like 10 or higher command centers, heavy bombers, man, can really just piss people off, dude. You know, because they can just, you know, get wrecked. You could just like wreck dreadnoughts with them if you got really high command centers and really good plasma tech for heavy bombers. So, once again, it's been Tristan Blaze. If you want more Astro Empires, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, comment. I know once I actually get to a point where I can build my 12th base, I will build my 12th base. And then I can bring you videos on how to build your base up, what bases you would like to select for a free account versus an upgrade account, and how to just, you know, how to defend it, like what should you bring to the base, various things like that. So until next time, thank you for watching. Hi everybody, Tristan Blaze, welcome back. Astro Empires. Today I'm going to show you well, this is going to be part 2 actually. I'm just recorded on a different day. This is part 2 of attacking in waves. How you would attack in multiple waves. What we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did last time, which we did on this planet, to this planet, except we're going to add another wave to it. We're going to add a heavy bomber wave to it. Now you can attack in you know, 2 waves and 3 and 4 waves. It all depends on what makes your ratios turn out better. Normally, if you have really good plasma tech, you can attack in 2 to 3 waves. You would go with a fighter wave as the first wave, knock out all the unshielded or very, very low shielded units. Then you would go with a, depending on what is left, either a wave of destroyers or heavy bombers, depending on what is left. We're going to do a heavy bomber wave. Probably should go with destroyers, but we'll just go with heavy bombers because I have the heavy bomber tech. So here we got Chanel Santini, our fleet of 2,200 fighters. Now, Chanel, she's a newcomer, but I'm thinking she's going to do a lot of damage to our opponent today. There's a fleet that I split off from the main that's carrying my recyclers and everything else. So now I got 2,200 fighters. Now, he's got 1,615 fighters. So now I have 600 more fighters. I'm not massively worried about it. What I want to do is I want to be able to take out the scouts, most of the frigates, all the recyclers, and all the fighters if possible. I'm not worried about taking out the turrets because I'm not going to take out the turrets with these. But I want to get the bulk of those fighters gone and a good portion of those frigates gone before we do anything else. So we'll start that attack. And we took about 1,000 fighters down, which not bad. Not bad. We took all the recyclers down, which I knew that was going to happen. We took 1% of the photon turrets down. Now this is going to be an inefficient attack that we're about to do next. We're about to do a very, very inefficient attack because our opponent still has fighters available. I didn't bring enough fighter backup. I should have brought more fighters. I can't produce them fast enough, so now I'm putting more and more and more into, production, basically. Boop. We're going to do that. Now, whenever your fleet shows up in a different location, if you have an existing fleet there, they take the name of that fleet no matter what. So we're going to bring our heavy bombers, our frigates, and our 29 battleships. Now, heavy bombers can pack, I think, about 14 damage a shot. I think about 14 damage. Maybe more. I really would have to look at what my tech level's at, but it'll pop up on the battle report anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I can check later. But I did take out 11. I did lose 11K to his 19K, so that was a good ratio right there. I took out almost twice as much as I lost. It was a little close. What we're going to do next is we're going to, after this attack, in a later video, I got another planet I'm planning to knock out. And what we're going to do is we're probably going to go ahead and we're going to use an ion frigate, ion bomber combo. I love how it saves all the fleet names, so if the fleet gets destroyed, I can just rename it. Just boop, there we go. Now this alone should really take it out. This alone should take everything out. The ratio is going to suck ass. I'm going to lose more than I should lose because I didn't bring enough fighters because I was an idiot. But we'll still take the base. Once again, this player's inactive, so I'm not worried too much about ratios in this situation. I'm worried more about just taking the base and holding it because that'll provide me with a steady stream of income every hour, which is what I need at this point. Just more income, more money for more fleet. Oh, that weight gain shake is... damn, that's good. Now, I'm going to estimate at the end of this battle, probably around 40,000 debris. So 40,000 debris, I got 580 recyclers because I had to split a couple off to deal with some other issues earlier today. So 40,000, probably about 10 hours of just recycling debris, which normally I would not prefer to do. But player's inactive, he's not going to do anything. If it's an active player, then yes, I would only recycle debris when I was online. Okay, heavy bombers are dishing out 17 points of damage. Not bad. Now you see he's got a commander. If I take the base, there's a 10% chance that I kill the commander. It's just 10%, but it's still a 10% chance that I will kill the commander. And, I've lost 8 battleships. Not bad. Did I kill the commander? Please give me that commander kill. Not that it matters. Yes! Killed the commander. Bitch. Attacker got 6k. Got 2k in experience. Killed the commander. Got the 6k. 29,000 more. So 40k. Should be 41k. Not 42k in debris. Not going to worry about the pillage bonus because I could definitely get that. And I lost 45,000, his 24,000. Again, horrible ratio. Should have brought more fighters. And you are right there. Thank you. So it's going to be about 8 hours. So that's going to be about 8 hours to grab all the debris. Now I've left no fleet here, which is a bad thing. Even if you occupy an inactive player, if it has no fleet, it will eventually, last time, I don't know if they've changed it or not, but the rules used to be if you don't have a fleet, it could automatically revolt against you. So obviously that's a big problem. Swim review. Ah, shit, I hit the wrong damn button. Oh, fuck it. We'll do it the hard way. I gotta repair these anyways. We'll piracy first. Probably some really shitty self-trade anyways. Grab me like 100 fucking credits at best. Then again, it's 99 economy. Maybe somebody kept it. Yeah, 1 credit. Ooh. This is why I hate self-trade fucking players, man, because it's just like, oh, come on, dude. 1 credit. Fuck you. might as well do it. Just fuck it, man. Who cares? Fuck it. Give me one frigate. Moving on down to Mr. Frodo. Okay, these are all my occupied bases. These are all the bases I occupy. These are the ones I actually build. When this is far outweighed by this, you are a pretty warmongering motherfucker. I mean, and these are all bases that I plan to hit in the future. So, it's been Tristan Blaze with another little guide to Astro Empires in terms of how to attack via waves. This attack was not efficient because I did not bring enough fighters. But the next time I do a wave attack, we're going to be going after a capital ship. We're going to go after 1,000 fighters, and Disruptor Tech finally popped. So that's level 3 now. 3 more levels, I'll have Titan Tech. Anyways, we'll be going after a capital ship. We'll be going after 1,000 fighters and a dreadnought. So what we'll bring is we'll bring about probably we'll bring about 2K in fighters just to make sure we level all the fighters. And then we'll bring an ion frigate, ion bomber combo to just slice through the shielding of said Titan, or of said dreadnought. So, if you want more Astro Empires, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.